Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. It's going to be amazing. So I already got a little bit of a roll started. You can see it right there. This is just so I don't make any mistakes. It's got to roll it's got to roll this way and not this way. If I roll it like this, I'm screwed. So I got to roll it like so the wing is at the outside and it's shaped to the correct leg. Meh. Words. Alright, so first thing that I actually like to do is just scribe on a quick line. This line, just use the pencil. All right, this line is really important. I already kind of got a little bit of a bend going on right there that'll help me with that. But this serves a really simple purpose. Helps me follow my tibia. That's it. I'll explain to you why. The last segment I got into this a little bit, but once again, we'll just do this. You can see how the way this is rolled, it's not like a perfect symmetrical roll. It's it's kind of like flatter, and it has a flatter radius right through here, and then you get a really hard corner right here. That's because that's the way my leg is shaped. And basically the whole greave is shaped, or the whole shin section of this is shaped that way because basically your tibia represents the apex of the roll of your shin. Wherever the tibia is, that's where you're going to kind of get that hard corner, so to speak, as it comes around the outside of your leg. So I just put that line on there just so I know where to make the apex of my initial roll. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. Again, you've seen in the previous video segment where I was talking about, doing rolls. You can use it with a hammer, you can use it with whatever. So I'm just going to make sure that that's correct. I actually got that just a little bit wrong. So I'm going to go right. So I want it right there. And of course, this is going to get a little bit fudged up as I do the compression work. Let's see, I'm actually just going to take a quick look down at my leg here. Yeah, I'm not super happy with that. Let's see, the apex of my leg is right about there. Perfect. Good. In fact, my lefty's probably going to be better than my righty. I don't know why I always do the right one first, because the right one's kind of usually the practice one. So I don't want to do this with a hammer. I'm lazy. So I'm going to real quick get my air hammer hooked up. And we're going to do this the easy way. Why, you ask? Because I am lazy. All right, so I got this. We got this. All right, so this one the die that I've got in is my most gentle die. This is actually a little bit offset. I did that on purpose. I ran a cut and then ground some material back. That actually makes it really easy to raise knees. I didn't really think, oh yeah, I'm going to need this for other stuff. I was really thinking about one project at the time. But so yeah, I've got the most gentle die in there. And just get a quick fit on that. So you got forever to go. So we're going to do another pass. It's coming loose here. Oh yeah. That's better. Get better hits out of that. check that real quick. Yeah, that's actually much more snug fit, this part where I've got the really tight roll. This part's going to be kind of fun, because I get this weird transition where it comes out, and then it comes in, and that's going to affect a lot of things. So I kind of got to decide how I want to deal with that transition. So basically, I'm only bringing it up to here. So if I don't roll this at the same time, this has to roll at a different radius than the rest of this. So you kind of have to do this a section at a time, then you kind of got to do this, then you kind of got to do down here, and then go here and then come up to your knee. So that shape is so complicated that you really got to sort of nudge it along, so you do it a section at a time, and that's just the nature of compressions anyway. But this top section really aggregates that problem a lot. That being said, it's a solvable problem, you just gotta deal with it. Alright. Yeah, that's throwing a fit. This is fun. Just gonna follow that out real quick. Alright, that relaxed that a little bit. Alright, so that's a little stiff and angry. I'm going to go ahead and put some heat on it. This section right here, this is where the compression is going to be the most dramatic, which is right here, just down around my ankle. Okay, looks like the pneumatic just doesn't quite hit hard enough at this point, so I'm going to have to take a hand hammer to that and finish that roll out. With a flatter faced hammer here. See, as I try to pull this over, I can feel right here pulling on me real hard. I'll hit it. And this part kind of, down here below the hammer strike towards the bottom of the greave, that wants to move. But right through here, that nasty transition is fighting me. about got it. There. All right, so I got that roll. Let me check that. That's following it fairly closely, so I just want to go to the outside and do it next. First, I'm just going to tighten that up just a little bit. And make a quick adjustment on my planisher. No, wait, I think that's actually the setting I want. You know what? I was right the first time. Okay. All I'm going to do is just, you can see a lot of that texture. I'm going to smooth that out. That's just creating stresses. See how it's coming in, it's caving in right there. Don't like that. I'm just gonna quick hit, shit out. And roll that. Clean that up a little bit, and got a little bit of stretching right here along my edge. I got to clean up. Tisk tisk, Jacob. Tisk tisk. Stress is planishing out. Okay, we're up. Now, if this was a softer, more compliant metal, I could really do a lot more. But at this point, like, I'm going to have to do the raising and the compressing in tandem at this point because, I want this radius to be a lot tighter, but, I can't really do that without heat and blah, 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 blah. Oh, let's just go ahead and roll the other side of it real quick. Do a quick check on roll radius. Not quite what I want, but really it's really going to come together once I do the compression. Also that. So let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is just put some heat right there in that corner. I'm going to use my bodywork hammer and put it over the steak, and it'll just kind of help follow that radius out. This is really tricky part right here for the material to make that roll and make that shape. Again, if I was using softer materials, it'd be a hell of a lot easier. Something with ductile, or mild steel, or garbage can aluminum or some shit. That'd be great, but I want this thing to hold up once it gets hit by something. So we got to use a better alloy. There you go. Ah, beautiful. Get that piece out of there. Okay. Let's go back in the planisher and keep going. Stick up. looks like, look down the line at this, it screwed up. I got a little bit of a corkscrew, but that's nothing that isn't totally fixable or non-fixable. It's just a pain in the ass. So let's see, got the stretcher right clipped out. Stop fighting me. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, yeah, let's get started on the compression. There's your basic roll. I'm gonna want to, because this is the inside. This roll is a little bit too round for me, so I'm gonna have to just adjust that as I go. I think this radius I'm pretty happy with. I'm gonna tighten it up. You know, I'm gonna tighten it up, but I'm really happy with the direction it's going. I think I can probably fix that right now. Just hitting just offset of center on my steak. You can kind of already see him getting a flatter radius. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted to do. You're thinking, oh, why didn't you do that from the beginning? Well, I already have the roll at this point, so it's just adjusting it, creating the roll. That's really frustrating to do. These hydraulic materials, because they don't just roll smoothly when you hit it. They kink, and those create stresses that you then have to go deal with. Yeah, so you can kind of see how I've got it right through here. It's a little bit more flat. Through here, I'm just gonna have to do that with the steak, with my anti-clastic steak, rather than my ball stick, because the radius has to be so tight. Speaking of, what'd I do with it? Aha! If you ever get into doing this kind of stuff, you'll set your tools down and then wonder what the hell you did with them, and you'll be staring right at them. It's ridiculous. All right, so same thing. I'm just going to be, instead of hitting right here in center, I'm going to be hitting just off center. Oh, hammerhead's getting loose. So instead of center, it's going to be off center and at an angle. Little bitty angle, right? But an angle nonetheless. Bingo. Oh, there it is. Yeah, baby. Oh, shit, I'm awesome. Bingo. So yeah, kind of got that, you know, if you want to get a comparison. Ooh, just dropped the hammer. So you look right here. I've got this little, like, I don't even know how to describe it, just except with that ridiculous sound effect I just did. You know, it comes in from the angle and gives you like a saddle right through here, because, hey, that's what my ankle does. And then you look right through here, this will be the inside of my shin bone. I'm starting to get that. Not very much. And, you know, because I need to use heat at this point on an alloy this complex, but I really feel confident about this. We're off to a great start. So yeah, let's move on to the next phase. That was creating the curve. Now we're going to move on to working the curve. Or, I mean, I'm doing the compression, but I'm doing the compression in conjunction with the curve I just made. So that'll be next.